made it to,
We
is this
made it.
five? I think this is
This
five.
should be the final one. I think there's only
Yeah.
like a scene or
That's
two left here.
that's what
So
Ben's
this is
hoping.
great.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
think there might be two more, but I don't know. I'm just
As you
saying.
know, every commentary should be at least 5 times longer than the show itself, because otherwise,
100%.
yeah,
Why bother otherwise,
why
you know?
bother at all? So in
Yeah.
this one, we left off. We'll get to it in a second here, but we're just going to show the very end of the last scene that we ended with, which is where we had the song "The Rhythm of Life" that we created up on the spot, or I should say, Lindsay did. I created the percussion for it on the
It was
spot. That
amazing
was oddly,
percussion. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
to the air. Not a lot of percussive stuff.
And
Actually,
on the uke, you started
a
doing it on
little
my
bit of
uke.
touching on
That was
plastic
pretty
as well. So
that was pretty good. I mean, you didn't
kudos to
ask the
me.
uke for consent, but that's another issue.
That's another issue.
Um,
It's a whole other video. So in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about what happens after the protagonist comes to his realization. So far, the protagonist has wanted to achieve something that was academic success, and there was maybe a deeper need he had that he hadn't really realized yet, and so he denied the call at first to to do something better, and he's denied it and denied it. But now that he's seen that he has a talent for music, he realizes that he his blindness of his mission actually stopped him from taking care of some of the things that he really should have been taking care of, which is like his friend and his family.
yes.
And so he's about to rush off and experience that. Let's see where we
Yeah.
go.
And he comes to that realization after the mentor character, the professor, makes him aware that it's not just his mum that thinks he's a great musician.
Yes, here we go. Where's the little Turner thing? Here we go.
I gotta go.
Okay.
Are you sure I'm better than you?
I'm sure.
I look forward to getting my diploma in the mail.
Oh, very good.
And it was really awe. I didn't know the end was awe. I thought they would think he was stupid, but that's fine. Stupid in a good way.
Buddy, open up. Buddy, open up.
What?
So at this point, Lindsay doesn't know exactly who I am,
No.
and so and this is even more reason, again, as we mentioned in other videos, to make sure that your characters are very different from one another physically and the way that you talk. All are within the realm of my control and your control if you're doing that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I was more focused on music and story and protagonist and brevity and getting the audience involved, and that's the ball that I dropped. So don't
And
drop that ball.
and also, guys, part of the reason is too because for some reason, whatever reason, we've gone to soft edit. So if it was a hard edit, you would say we cut to the house where the father comes home or the best friend is there, or because at this point, I know you're playing those two characters, but I don't know which one, which one you are.
Right.
So I'm just gonna have to like sort of make it
Wait.
clear as I can that I think you're this character, and then you cottoned on
Yeah.
to the fact that I like didn't know who you were, and then you realized, oh, she thinks I'm this other person.
Yeah, exactly. And there's always, I'm always rushing for clarity soon. Like if I detect that the person that I'm performing with doesn't know within the first line or two who I am, I will just go ahead and make some kind of declaration. Let's see what happened this time.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
This place stinks.
Well, because you didn't show me under the microwave before you left, did you?
Okay, that's my way of telling you who I think you are.
Smells and it's
Yeah, so then I had to change my character instantly as to who I
Yes.
was. So I came
Yeah.
on as a different character, and she said I was this character. And so I guess we can just go back for half a second and see the blink in my eye of saying, what do I do now that that character has changed? And we'll just kind of see what I
Because you
did.
didn't show me under the microwave before you left, did you?
Look to the ground.
it smells and it's terrible, but I want to let you know, good news.
So I start talking a little bit more like that character, which is more,
Yeah. And also you're
And-
about to you're about to make a justification why you're back so early because we just saw that you just left. So you're
Right.
about to do that justification now. Yeah.
Exactly. And you could say to yourself, "Oh gosh, my idea got messed up and I didn't get to do my character and she should have given me time to tell her who my character was." So first of all, again, it's on me to make my character clear. And second of all, especially when you're performing, you have to see everything as an opportunity. And
Mm.
so in
Yeah.
retrospect, in that moment, to say, yep, this is the right thing to do. And in retrospect, it was, right? Like, do we need to see that character when we haven't wrapped up the other characters yet, immediately go back to the
Yeah.
house? You know, it might be a little more time efficient, but maybe not as fulfilling. So now we get to see the version that is much more fulfilling and get to see what happens with Dad and the buddy character
Mm.
before the
We go back to the
Clarence or
protagonist.
Cameron, the
Yeah,
protagonist,
yeah.
has time to jog back.
Yeah.
Mom's
Really?
coming back. Yeah,
Really?
buddy. Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't even open my suitcase. I just brought it right here, and now I can just go and unpack and put it.
So that's your
How
justification.
did you convince her, Dad? How did you convince her?
Okay, pause for a
did
second. I
something.
just want to bring
Did
attention
something?
to something
Yeah.
What'd you do,
here.
Dad?
Nothing in particular.
What's that?
That this like this movement of me like going like that was me getting back into character because I realized I started to lose my posture. So
Ah.
sometimes like if you've got say you've got a character that twirls their hair or something like that, you know, if you've got a little thing like a physical gesture that this character does, and he does a lot of this kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I started to realize because I was in my head, who is he? Oh, he's the dad. Okay, so that's right. Okay, I didn't realize that you'd switched, but he's the dad. Okay, cool. And then I lost my character because I was too busy like thinking about that. So when I started to come back into character, I just did this thing like this to go right ground. Here I am. Oh, dad. Yeah, I'm back into that character again. So if you can have like a physical gesture or something that character does, so that when you start to inevitably fall out of character at some point, you use that physical thing because it's a lot quicker and easier for your brain to engage again because your brain's so connected to your physicality. So that's just I just want to make mention of that. So people, if you lose character, it's not the end of the world. Just have some kind of physical like anchor for that character that takes you back into that. You know?
Right. Not an accent, because accents can come and go. Make
Yeah,
it
yeah.
physical.
As you saw in my
It's
Cockney one,
easy.
yeah.
Yeah, everybody's addicted
Yeah.
to accents, so they always want to do an accent.
Yeah.
One thing that I was right after that you did that, you asked me why she was coming back. The
Yeah.
mom came back, and so a couple things are going on in my head. One is she's not really coming back, so that's one thing that I had in my mind.
Yeah.
Two,
As
the
the
audience
actor
is
though,
already,
right? As the
yeah,
actor thinks she's not
all the
coming,
actors,
she's not.
all the actors thinking about these things. Like, so it's the actor knows she's not really coming back.
Yeah,
Actor
yeah.
writer knows that she's not coming
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Number two, I know the audience has already seen it, so I already know from experience that it's not useful for me to rehash something that I
What they're
saw.
saying. Yeah.
So to answer a question of something that might not actually ever come true, or the audience has already seen it, the place to go is to dig deeper. So when someone says, "Why is she coming back?" instead of saying she's not coming back or I don't know, you can
Mm.
go deeper and say she's coming back for a deeper reason, more than what the audience has already seen.
Sane. Yeah.
Let's see
Here we go.
what happens there. Yeah, let me just
I
go
did
back
one-
here.
I didn't even open my suitcase. I just brought it right here, and now I can just go and unpack and put it back in.
How did you convince her, Dad? How did you convince her?
There it is.
I did something.
You did something?
Yeah,
What did you do, Dad?
nothing in particular.
Oh.
I did one thing. Happened to be violent.
Violent, Dad, not you!
Yeah.
This is the window sitter! No!
Yeah,
You-
I did something. And now your mom's gonna come back
Wow.
and everything's gonna be okay.
Everything's gonna be okay.
Everything's gonna be fine, and we're gonna be something. I want you to be something.
So, kind of saying here that my character for once did something, and he was so proud that he for once did something, and I'm being very frantic in my delivery of it, meaning that I don't have a lot of confidence that things are going to
Okay.
go well.
Yeah, and I'm backing him up by going, not you, Dad. No, not the sitter. You know, like, so this is a big deal, audience. Like, I'm, you know, putting the flag up, going, this is a big deal that he did this. He just sits by the window all the time. Like, he's never done this before. So yeah, it was just backing up the scene before where the Cockney guy said, "Oh, it was on CCTV," and Ben's character punched me in slow motion, and I fell in slow motion, which is one of my favorite bits. So basically now we're just doubling down basically on that this guy is not the kind of guy to punch someone and be the hero, and he has. So yeah.
I want you to be something.
You want me to be something?
Yeah, anything.
Anything?
Anything at all.
What if I said to you, I really like textiles?
Oh, that's not mom related.
Okay, pause it for a second. Okay.
Oh, you just
That was the first word that came into my head, and I was pretty happy with it because textiles is a funny word. Like, it's just a funny word. It's just funny. Now, the interesting thing that I see that's happening here is, like, and I know this now that you've said it, that you're kind of like you said you're being, did you say frenetic? You're doing something to try and get, like, okay, so where are you? What's going on? And so then you've said, okay, like, I feel like it's unconscious that you've said it, you know, I want you to be something. So now you've put the focus on my character so that you can take a little bit of time to regroup in your character. That's kind of how it feels. So then we get to see deeper on my character. So we've just seen deeper on his character, that he just punched someone who's never done that. And now Ben's put the focus over to me. So yeah, but what do you want? So now we're asking what the other character wants, and the character wants textiles, like, but we're about to go into a funny kind of bit, which is a game of I ask you what you want, but you can't have it.
Right, exactly.
So that's about to happen
so
as well.
that last part is true there, where I was trying to focus more on your character than mine, because
Yeah.
the audience had already seen my character, and it was your character that was more important than my character anyway, because your character is the closest to the protagonist, and we wanted to see, you know, what your hopes and dreams were rather than just mine. And then the bit is that while the actor might be pushing for that, the character is pushing to see if I can get you to satisfy your mother more. And I don't really give a damn about what your actual dreams are. Otherwise, I wouldn't have accidentally been in this relationship, you know, for 15, 20 years. So I'm just showing how misguided my character is and potentially hopeless he is. Yeah. If he had another half an hour of the show, we could have found him redemption, but nah, he's about to get himself in permanent trouble here. But buddy character can save himself. So let's see how it goes.
Well,
I said to you, I really like textiles.
Oh, that's not mom related. She wouldn't respect that.
Oh, you didn't say anything though, like.
Well, anything within the framework of making your mom happy, of course.
I guess so. Well, I kind of like cars.
You like cars?
Yeah.
Oh, your mom loves the car we used to have.
Yeah,
so
she
much.
loves cars. She loves speeding around. And...
I'm proud of you.
You never said that before, Dad.
Well, so that's busy. A move there where, you know, when you have no idea what else to do or what's next, you just reach out to the other person, physically touch them, and see what happens. That is like a classic thing that you learn in workshops and that I implement and that I encourage my students to do all the time, because, you know, often really great things can happen from that. The people are touched and you can move and we can move forward. So that's a little technique-y thing.
Yeah, and that's the same technique that I used right in the beginning when you were doing your thing and you were failing and you were sort of like ruminating, and then I came and touched you and said, okay, Cameron, or whatever it was. So again, same thing. If you touch someone and you give that connection, it can just turn a little bit, like the action just turns a little bit. So yeah, that was a really cute little moment of him saying that he was proud.
Difficult to do in online improv, which is why it's nice to perform with people in person sometimes.
Yeah. And
we didn't get an opportunity to do that much, other than a few days of rehearsal before. I will cough while I mute myself.
Yeah, I've already coughed.
Enjoy more show here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dad.
You're welcome. Now we just need to sit here and wait.
Okay, so pause for
2 weeks
a second.
later.
That's one of my favorite lines.
Oh, yeah?
because in that line now it's completely encapsulated that your character never got redemption.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do what I always do. We're just going to sit here and wait. So it's just like one line that just encapsulates the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
Like, this is this character in a line.
Yeah.
Now we're just going to sit here and wait. Yeah.
And I'm glad you were happy with that, and the audience was happy with it too. But I just meant
They
like
were.
these are my last words before I start the next scene. I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't for the audience, so that was kind of a nice little bonus.
Yeah, it was good.
And wait. 2 weeks later. Buddy!
So now I'm telling you, this is who my character is. I'm different.
Buddy.
What?
Sorry. I ran here all the way from Juilliard.
There
Oh,
it
it's
is.
you. Okay.
Yeah.
Come in.
Thank you.
Come in.
Oh, it's your doors.
I say,
Coming.
buddy, call
Sorry,
her,
just
something
what
that
you-
only my character would
Oh.
call her, and then change that physicality.
Hey,
and
hey, sir.
give the
Sorry,
hint.
I didn't see you sitting there out
Yeah.
by the window.
At the window again.
Oh,
Didn't quite.
yeah. Don't distract me. You guys talk.
I think, is this the first time we do a 3-person scene? Like
It
an
might
extra
be.
Yeah.
Hey,
Julia. Yes.
listen. I got my degree.
Oh,
Yeah.
buddy,
Yeah, thank you. Oh,
yeah,
thank you. Oh, that's
I'm
good.
sorry, I'm trying to be
That's
more
good.
masculine.
Oh, that's great. That's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah?
I was wrong
About what?
about, well, we
And
never
so
said
there,
the
there's
word
another thing
masculine,
too
but
to
it was
kind of
about,
point out too that is so important was just if your character says something impactful, shut up and stop talking. And so that's what I was doing there. I just say I was wrong, and then I just stop talking, right? And then just see
Yeah.
what happens and allow you there. Because I can say I was wrong, I did this, and they just keep talking,
Yeah.
talking,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then I'm not open anymore to the discovery of what it could be. Like I
Yeah.
could say just like I was wrong, and you could say I was wrong too, and then boom, you blow up the house. Like
Yeah.
you want these opportunities to be there. So yeah, when in doubt, don't talk. And it's one of the hardest things to do in improv, but just don't talk.
about.
Yeah?
I was wrong
About what?
about, well, we never said the word masculine, but it was about like being worth something, And I was really sad that I wasn't exactly like Grandpa and Mom
Yeah, like
and
academic and good enough and all that. Yeah.
right. Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, okay, right. Still has residuals
Yeah, it's
in me. Wow.
Yeah.
See, and that's what
It's
I want to
gone.
do for you. Like, what am I doing?
It's gone.
Taking away onion
like
layers? What am I doing?
yeah, taking away the onion layers and all the negativity and stuff. Yeah.
You're awesome.
Okay, pause for a second. Okay,
You're an
like
awesome friend.
personally, and again,
So are you.
people, audience didn't laugh. I thought it was fucking hilarious because there's just this tiny little insight into this character that it's a bit new age. Like pulling the negativity off this person. Like it's just this tiny little detail that I
That
find
makes
super
your character
funny.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. But the audience didn't really, and then again, if we were doing 45 minutes, we might see that somewhere. That's a tiny little offer of this character's a bit new age as well. I can believe that you could just like pull negativity off somebody, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, but again, guys, it didn't land like with the audience. Like they didn't not like it, but it just didn't impact them in any way. Whereas for me, it impacted me as, oh, that's really cool. Like this character's got like a new age thing, even though we're right at the end of the show and I make this discovery, but we would kind of be like halfway if it was a proper like kind of hero's journey, like 1 hour show. So
I
that
will
would
say
be
that
right.
true, but at the same time, the audience is less likely to walk out and say that there was one-dimensional characters. They would say that these were like real characters with real, flaws,
true.
and so they appreciate and they have a deeper understanding and deeper laughs as to what happens with the characters later on because they know, oh, that character would totally say that, or haha, that character totally had to be told out of that moment, and that wouldn't be possible. I also want to add, if we weren't in that play space, because I'm here making my confession and you say and then you interrupt me and you say, oh yeah, like your mom and your dad and all that. And if I had just said, yeah, and then continued making my point, then it wouldn't have opened up the opportunity. So instead, it's like, oh, you took me to a new flashback, and now I'm living in the moment that she just put me in, rather than the moment I was trying to force through. Even though it's the end of the show, probably a decent time to force things through. But anyway,
Yeah.
we didn't care. We decided to
Yeah.
keep going. It's like, oh, you're giving me flashbacks, right? And then it was an opportunity then to focus on you, rather than I've come through this big moment. Now it's going to be all on me. You should thank me. It's I've come through this moment. Now, what does that say about you, the main character in this scene? Your character was definitely the main character in this scene. We're almost at dual protagonist level now.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
He's a bad friend. I'm gonna be a good friend now, though.
Okay, just try and not hurt your feelings and shit. But
Jesus,
you were
you're a
bad
good friend.
But
Oh
now-
my God,
No, now
this
you
place
might. No,
stinks so
it does
much.
stink.
Oh,
It does.
Bring it back to reality at the location.
Yeah, that's great. Love that.
Use the microwave.
You got to get out of here.
Really?
You deserve to get out of here.
Really?
Not really.
Yeah, Dad sort of said
He's
no.
waiting for his mom.
He's been waiting for his mom for like a decade, okay?
Don't
She's
upset
not
him.
coming-
Don't upset him because he's.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to wait for Mum.
Here I am arguing with my own
I'm trying
character.
to make him happy as
What are you
well.
gonna do instead? What are you gonna do instead?
Can I live with you or something?
You can do anything you want.
Really?
Just do what you want to do.
Like I could just leave him there?
You gotta abandon people sometimes. Like your mom used to do. She stood up for herself.
She did.
So this is something that that you could truly tell that I'm literally making up these lines in the moment because I'm just reacting to what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like each,
Yeah, I love
each
that,
of
though.
these.
I love it.
Yeah.
And also it's really cool. There's something like almost sinister that I love about this. And it's the fact that like your character uses like Janice, like this probably narcissistic person in the car earlier we saw or whatever that doesn't give a fuck about anybody. She's just like, but he like turns it to, she really did what she wanted to do, And
She's the
then my
hero.
character, character's like, yeah, she did, like so. It's like just a really interesting meta kind of joke within a joke, like there, which I really appreciated. The audience appreciated it as well because they were laughing at that. So it was just a really interesting, how can we really tie up all the loose ends here? So not only are we sort of coming to the end and it feels like that, but now we're tying up like loose ends that were just like random loose ends, like Janice, like that character, and then just in the car. So it's like now that becomes an important part of the show that we saw Janice because we saw that, and that she's not an narcissist. She's just doing what she wants to do because she's sometimes got to abandon people, and
Yeah.
this is so it's like doubling down on that and then making it all make sense. So it's all coming around now. So yeah, I loved that. I loved that sort of flip of this real selfish person, but then you've just gone, because she really did what she wanted.
That's fun.
So, yeah.
And I guess we found out too, it's like any kind of good mystery or indie movie or whatever, you find out later, like you find out at the end who the real antagonist was, which apparently like is her father, right? Like her father is the one who could just never accept mom for doing what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
And that's what we had to have. And again, something that made this really fun too is that if this is a big thing, that if you don't do the things that you have an instinct to do in the show, then you have much less to work with. So when you were singing about what Janice was like, I didn't want to like do a solo scene about Janice for 2.5 minutes all by myself, right? That's scary. I have no idea what's going to happen next. I don't know if I'm going to escalate this properly or if the audience is going to connect with it or if I'm going to confuse Lindsay and stuff. But if you just go for it, then later on, usually magically, opportunities like this come up that you wouldn't have had if you hadn't just dived in and gone with your instincts. So please take risks like that and dive in.
And it seems funnier now because we've seen Janice, like we've seen the thing, and now like it's going, she just it cracks me up. I think it's hilarious.
It wouldn't be funny at all if we'd never seen Janice.
That's
I don't
right.
think.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, yeah.
Like your mom used to do. She stood up for
She
herself.
did stand up for herself.
She did what she wanted. She didn't ask permission.
Nah, she was
And
gone.
now she's wanted. But hey, she's doing her own thing. So can you
I can do my own thing.
tell me what you
It's just really
wanna
hilarious.
do?
It's just really funny that like the musician is talking, like you're the real musician here, and I'm the improviser, and I'm the one singing. I just think that's funny. The audience doesn't know that, but that's fun.
Tell me what you wanna do.
Now I'm doing a harmony under him,
Tell him
which I love,
what he
because you can't do that on
should
Zoom, really. You can, but
Tell
yeah.
me what you wanna do.
If it was up to me,
I love that you didn't play here. You just let me sing a cappella, and then you play here. Beautiful.
with textiles.
It makes the moment bigger,
Just
you know.
the feeling of
Yeah.
just the potentiality of what they can become. That would be my number one.
Suede cotton.
Yes.
wool,
Yes.
Velcro too.
Even
I got myself in trouble here, like
Spandex is hot.
again, like it's like I keep throwing myself under the bus. Like, all right, now Ben, you have to list every kind of fabric there is
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
rest
yeah.
of this song.
Yeah.
just to again challenge myself because the stakes seem high, but they're really so low. You know, like I'm just gonna do
Well,
it
the audience
to
is on our
support
side
you.
as well, like big time,
Yeah,
you know.
everybody's on our side, and it's
Yeah.
great. And I want to commend Lindsay here for just saying what I really want to do is textiles, like literally what she said a minute earlier, because it just gave joy to the audience. You don't need to get more and more creative each time, like bringing something back
Yeah, totally.
works.
And then him
Right
bringing in
now-
that game of the same with the types of textiles, and I knew no matter where you are at any given time, the word spandex makes people laugh. I don't know why, but it does. So the interesting thing here too is that Ben's doing something which is like musical improv 101, and that's like if you want to do a funny song, do a list. Just do a list song. And that's what you were doing, just off instinct. So that was really cool.
Yeah, well, I actually took Lindsay's class on musical improv, and we did list songs in there.
Yeah,
And
we did, yeah.
there's another one
Yeah.
going on right now, so I don't know if it's too late to sign up, but definitely definitely be a part of it if you can. I learned from it.
So hot right now.
Tell me what you gonna do.
I'm gonna enroll in tech
Tell me
college.
what you gonna do.
And I'm gonna do something with textiles. And
An
I'm
invisible
gonna check
character.
in every
Yeah, it's
now
good.
and then on Dad.
So I've abandoned
Mom,
rhyming now.
That's what
completely.
he wants to do, and so he's gonna come.
And so
live
right
with
here,
us.
this is like a really harsh, fast, soft edit. Moving forward, I knew that we didn't have much time left in the show,
Yes.
and so I just
And
changed
luckily I'm
my-
listening, so I'm just about to be that other character.
Yeah, and you dove right
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
So I
Yeah.
trusted. I was like, all right, Lindsay's just watch this again. So Lindsay, even though Lindsay's in the middle of a song and everything, I'm going to change my posture and I'm going to start looking at a character that's not
Yeah, somewhere
there.
else. Yeah.
Right. And have a different physical relationship to Lindsay in that way. And then tell Lindsay who that character is by saying he wants to do the same thing he just said he wanted to do in the
Yeah,
last
yeah.
scene.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there you go.
Enroll in tech
Tell me
college.
what you gonna do.
And I'm gonna do something with
So I know this is exposition.
textiles.
I don't need rhyming.
And I'm gonna check in every now and then on Dad.
So, Mom, that's what he wants to do, and so he's gonna come live with us for a while. If that's
Live with us?
live with us.
You've never brought him around here before, have you?
Oh, sorry, this is Buddy.
You've got a friend.
I got. Yeah, I've had a friend for a long time, Mom.
Oh, okay.
I had one friend. It was Buddy. And
I
And
should have just
he's
said, yeah, I got a
And
friend. I'm
you know what,
proud.
sorry,
And
I
Staying
never
for a little
really
while. He's
talked-
staying for a
I
little
never
while.
really
right?
talked about you, Buddy. It's not anything personal, but the thing is that I was just focused on making my mom happy. But now I don't care anymore, Mom.
Am I intruding or something? No, No, he can stay. Of course he can.
I got a
Great
diploma.
character work.
Yes, you did. And I'm very proud. And I mean that.
You put it on the wall.
I did.
That was the best offer ever. You put it on the wall. Love it.
He can stay.
I just saw it.
Are you sure that you're not just being nice to me?
I am
Now we're going
being
back
nice
to an
you.
overture,
Oh,
starting with the
she's
song
just
we
being
started
nice
with,
to me.
ending with the song we started with.
It's
Yeah.
not just nice, it's true. No.
So now, and by bringing that back, we're redefining what nice to me is, right? Where nice to me was a doubt at the beginning, and now Lindsay here is turning it into a certainty. It's not doubt.
Yes, it's true.
It's certainty.
Yeah.
Nice to me.
I am being nice to you.
Oh, she's just being nice to me.
But it's true. It's not just nice, it's true. Not just nice, it's
You're
true.
being nice to me. I did my own thing.
You did your own.
Which is the whole stating.
Nice to me.
Yeah, the moral of the story is
Yeah,
that's
stating it
basically
there.
what it is. Yeah, yeah. So, and again,
Run down the
perfect
show.
way to finish a show is just like state the moral of the story. Like,
Yeah, and I felt the lights starting to close, so I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I better do it.
no, lucky you did because I didn't notice until it started getting real dark. I was like, oh shit.
Thank you, everybody!
And at this point, I was like, I knew that was a good show. I'm just gonna celebrate with my fans.
And of course, I want to shout out to the audience.
Yeah.
Always praise your audience, especially if they've, risked doing something in the show like that. So, yeah,
I'm
and
very
again,
happy
it's always nice to end on a hug. As cliche as it may be. You could start to see too as it came down because we did get through. I didn't think we'd get through it all, but we did, and that's the end of the commentary. So the reason that was too was because as we were getting closer to the end, and this should probably happen, things started to speed up. So the scenes got shorter, and that's how clearly the evidence is in the commentary that we can get through a whole thing in the same amount of time, but we've seen like 3 different scenes. So yeah, when you're coming to that close, it's kind of like you want to like tie up loose ends, basically. That last, I think, was it Heather Urquhart? I was doing a thing with her, and she was talking about long form and just talking about that diamond shape. And you're starting with your suggestion, you're just exploring until about halfway to 3/4 through the show, and then there shouldn't be any new officers. Should just like come in and tie up those loose ends. Into a sort of diamond shape, and that's kind of what we were doing. So we really explored it right out to Janice, like everything, and then bang came in. How do we tie up those loose ends? And we did tie up every loose end. I mean, the only one was the father, but he was not the sitting in the window father. The asshole father, the guy that was a rocket engineer or something, aerospace engineer,
Well, he
whatever
was
the
from
guy
the past.
was.
He was probably dead.
He was in the
anyway.
past, so it was fine. We didn't have to resolve that. So, and it did end up being, this show ended up being more of a dual protagonist situation because Buddy became it. I thought that was my name, so that's why I didn't realize that you were were the best friend, because I thought my name was Buddy. So because I can't remember being named, so that's what the confusion was as well. So I'm just calling him Buddy, but basically Cameron and Buddy ended up being dual protagonists because there were 2 stories that were going on, and then that happy accident of me not knowing that it was Cameron at the door and thinking it was the father created the resolution of that other plot line. So yeah, again, there are only, as Bob Ross would say, happy accidents in improv. So yeah, it
Right.
was awesome.
Right. So we covered a lot of ground, basically most improv ground over the course of this show. So a lot of the stuff, no matter what level you're at least 50% of that is already in you. And another 50% you gain over time through experience, through lessons, through books, through failures and successes,
Through
and
drills
just repeat
as well,
over
doing
and
it.
over again. Get
Yeah.
that practice in, keep on studying, and keep improving. I'm walking away from the show thinking yeah, 99% good, whatever. That 1% of, God, my characters weren't defined enough, that's gonna burn inside of me until the very next show, where I fix it. I'll fix it actually during the rehearsals, and I'll just remind myself before the next show that you know
Yeah.
what, you've been rehearsing, you've got it in your body, it'll come out.
Yeah, and again, you got to be gentle with yourself because, like, this is a massive thing. Like, and I mean, you guys out there, be gentle with yourself. Like, you're doing something that most people, it's the number one fear. Like, public speaking is the number one fear over death. Over death, guys. So, even doing it, like, even getting up and doing it, you're already like miles ahead of most of the population in your bravery quotient. Okay, so again, celebrating your successes and realizing that what you're doing is it's not normal. Like, it's special. Doing improv is an amazing special thing that we crazy people do.
And then everybody
So
worships us and then puts us on Saturday Night Live and thinks that we're
yeah,
amazing.
just shit
So
like
you're
that.
right there.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
a cousin
yeah,
of those
totally.
folks.
Yeah, you're
And
the
so you are
chosen
that
ones.
person.
Can I
You're
just
the
say
chosen
that?
ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's just say what it is.
Yeah, welcome to the cult
We're
of
basically
improv.
gods.
Yeah.
Everyone watching this
That's
here,
we
you're
are.
a
I mean,
deity.
100%, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Everyone is made in our image. Okay, I'm not going to go any further with that. So again, guys, thanks so much for being a part of the journey, and especially big thanks if you were there at the show. Like, mwah, love you. You're amazing. Thank you for being there and making it such a beautiful space for Ben and I to play in. I felt the love like from that audience was just gorgeous.
Just it's
So
a great crowd. Auckland Improv
great crowd.
Festival is a really good vibe. Not all improv festivals are that way, but Auckland Improv Festival is a really great, loving, open vibe, which is the true
Yeah.
spirit of improv.
100%. 100%. So again, take a little bit of that love and give it to yourself, guys, okay? Because you're always just learning. It's all a process. It's all good. Again, thanks, Ben. Great show. We had a great time in that show. It was fantastic. And even better than that, we get to learn from it. I'm a pretty obsessed with learning. So as a teacher myself. So
That's right. So there's only one
yes.
thing they can do now.
Okay, good. What are they doing?
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. The amazingness you can't deny. Amazingness, give it a try. Subscribe. Watch more videos.
Subscribe. Yes.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Watch more
Yeah.
videos. We're going to be doing lots more shows coming up here. Go look at our archived ones from the last year and a half or so.
There's
We love it.
heaps.
We'll see you soon. Comment on there to let us know you are not a bot.
Yeah, that'd be great. No bots, thanks. We'll see you all soon. Bye.
Bye.